What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Coming at you with yet again another perfume experience. And for today, I have an old school one, a one that's been around for quite a bit and is very, very popular. We are talking today about none other than Amouage Interlude. Alright, let's see if the camera will cooperate with me today. Alright, so what we will be doing, you guys, is we will be going over the description off of the Amouage website, then going through the notes, and then I will go through a perfume experience with you guys, sharing my own thoughts, impressions of it. Like I said, this has been around for quite a bit, and there's a lot of videos out there giving opinions or basically sharing what people think of it. I do find that sometimes I disagree with these and sometimes I do agree. So I like to do my own perfume experience and share that with you guys. We've been rising up on the subscription count. So to all of those, I can't speak yet today. To all of you that are new here, welcome to the channel. Appreciate your subscription. And yeah, let's get started with this upload. But before we get started, and as per tradition on this channel, make sure to grab your favorite snack, your favorite bevy or cafe. As in my case, it's still piping hot, so I'll let it cool down a bit. And sit back, relax, enjoy the awesomeness heading your way. Okay, so let's get started with the description off of the website. So it says, Interlude Man, undefeated vanilla. An unmistakable explosion of spices grips the soul, the sensual encounter of a crackling oregano and a fruity pimento berry refreshed by a mist of bergamot. They reveal an addictive heart of pure amber, an overdose of vanilla caressed by Somalian opoponax, and the immortal and sacred light of olibanum. Resins in infusion, like candied honey pouring into a tumultuous flow of dark and smoky woods, there comes at last the animalic and vertical scent of oud, the deep growl of leather, and a slightly gourmand touch of sandalwood and patchouli. An incessant duel of spices and balsams, Interlude Man is a sublime display of the harmony that warms a heart free of its inner turmoil. Oh man, these descriptions are just, yeah. All right, so top notes, we have bergamot, oregano, and pimento berry oil. For the heart notes, there's amber, frankincense, cistus, and opoponax. For the base notes, there's leather, agarwood smoke, patchouli, and sandalwood. Okay, so here's what's really interesting. They said oud is in there, and there is no oud. It's not even agarwood, it's agarwood smoke. So they smoke the oud into that perfume. Or agarwood. I mean, there's different schools of thought on whether they're the same or not. But, yeah. So slightly misleading there. But anyways, it's been around for a bit, and it's one of the top sellers on the website, so just because it doesn't have straight up oud, it does not mean that it is bad. Okay? Alright, you guys, so let's do the perfume experience. So I'll go ahead and apply a little bit of a spritz. And the sprayer here is very generous, you guys, and it's one of the best sprayers out there on a sampler. So, right here is the spray print. As you can see, it's very clear, it's not greasy, not oily by any stretch, so this would not stain any of your whites. And I would say, going just by how quickly my skin is eating it up, that it won't actually drip down or just be moist as soon as you apply it. Your skin will absorb it very quickly. Okay, so with that said, let's take a whiff. It's nice. Again, one of the things about this house is that everything is super well blended, that it's just very hard to pick on separate notes. One thing I can definitely pick on here is the frankincense, and the reason I say that, it reminds me when I was a kid and I used to travel with my family and we go into bazaars and like souks and whatnot. You smell that incense that they have burning and lit up, and it reminds me a lot of those incense stores or spice stores when you walk into, where they have these spices out on display in bushels and you basically buy them by the weight. So that is very prominent here. There is a gourmandish note, but I wouldn't say it's vanilla, which is very interesting because they said in the description undefeated vanilla, but there is no vanilla in here. So that's interesting. So let's see. Top notes have bergamot, oregano, and pimento berry oil. Again, it's very, very well blended, so it's very tough to pick on those. But in the hard notes, you have amber, frankincense, cistus, and opopanox. So I don't know what cistus and opopanox smell like individually. Frankincense is definitely there. And so is amber, okay? The base notes, they are leather, agarwood smoke, patchouli, and sandalwood. I don't really pick on leather. You can argue that it is smoky, so in reference to the agarwood smoke, but again, it's not that clear, so it's a bit tough to pinpoint. Patchouli is a bit tough too. I can't really make the distinction of the green, but the sandalwood you can pick on, okay? So yeah, this one is super, super well blended. And yeah, it's interesting, but at the same time, it's very confusing. Everything about it is confusing, from the notes in it, not being able to pick on it, to the way they describe it as a vanilla and gourmand. And it does have a gourmandish note, but they're attributing it to the sandalwood and patchouli, which I'm not sure how these two would contribute to a gourmand note. So there might be more to this perfume than it's described on the website, but your guess is as good as mine, okay? But with that said, let's get started on things that you guys are here for. So that's some of the details around this perfume. So in terms of performance, and with respect to projection, trail, and sillage, I'm gonna go ahead and say that for this one it is medium. And on that sort of note, the lower end of medium, okay? I am not getting that much in terms of projection, and by default, trail and sillage aren't gonna be that great either. So with this one, and going with my own skin chemistry, I'm gonna give it a low to medium in terms of performance. Please note that when I do give these ratings, they are based on my anecdotal subjective experience and going with my skin chemistry. That does not mean that the perfume will not perform better for you, okay? So just be cognizant of that, because in a previous video of Amouage, I had a comment talking about how the performance on this is very good, which is fine going by your own skin and nose, and also your experience is informed by the amount of perfumes and scents you have experienced before. So a lot of the time too, when I refer to a perfume strength as being low or medium, and others disagree with me, that's because I've smelt stronger scents, okay? I have way more powerful scents in my collection. So for me, a lot of the time too, when I give you those ratings, keep in mind, aside from, skin chemistry that a lot of it is relative to, because you gotta have a point of reference anytime you're comparing scents, right? When you say that something is strong or weak scent profile wise, it's not in a vacuum. It always comes, as a result of a relativity to another scent you've experienced before. So just a couple of things I thought to point out here, just because I don't want people to feel frustrated or feel bad about a perfume they already have in their collection, or feel disappointed in a choice and not move forward with a scent. Every time you see a perfume experience upload or review or opinion here on YouTube or any other social media, it is an anecdotal and subjective experience. Even if these experiences and multiples end up lining up, just keep that in mind, right? Your best policy is to use these videos and uploads to inform your choice and decision on whether you want to sample a perfume or not, and then commit to buying or not. But always, always, always try a perfume before you commit to buying it, okay? Now, I personally don't follow that rule. I do a lot of blind buys, but that's part of the enjoyment for me, right? It's just getting this surprise scent and experiencing it. I'd say 8 out of 10 times my choice was spot on in terms of my perfume experience and it being pleasant, even though it's a blind buy, okay? Anyways, I digress. Back to my original point. So Amouage Interlude is gonna be a low to medium for me in terms of performance. In terms of seasonality, I personally would wear this more in colder weather, so I'm gonna go ahead and say early spring, fall, and winter. It just has this incense-y, gourmandish facet to it that works very, very well with the cold weather. I don't think it would do that great in summer. It would be depending on how many sprays you apply, it can be a bit suffocating just because of the incense and the gourmandish aspects of this. So for me, my preference would be early spring, fall, and winter. With respect to time of day, for me, this comes across as evening wear. I just always feel better wearing gourmandish, incensey scents in the evening. It might be a bit too much to put early in the morning for my own nose, so I prefer it in the evening. This one is a bit playful, is a bit mysterious, is a bit, not masculine, super aggressive forward, but it is a bit dominant, playful dominant. So for me, it's more of an evening wear kind of a scent. Just smelling my forearm to make sure I'm still giving correct feedback. Okay, now with respect to how you would dress this, this is best suited for formal wear, okay? So think a three-piece suit, bespoke shoes, a nice silk tie, a nice tie pin, you're well groomed, you get your nice glasses on, you get your nice opulent watch on, okay? It's just that kind of a scent, okay? It's the scent that's gonna complete your look and is gonna make you congruent across all optical aspects, okay? With respect to context, kind of environment you would put this, this for me is just refined, luxurious, and mature enough, but with a touch of playfulness that it would be suited for evening outings that are fun, but also refined. So maybe going out for fine dining or a cocktail lounge, or let's say a charity gala, or for example, if you are going to some sort of private event that requires you to dress up, perhaps also in a cocktail jacket and a bow tie. Whatever the case may be, for evening outings that are formal, okay, that require refinement and elegance, this is your signature scent, this is your perfume. It's got this formality and maturity to it, but also got this touch of playfulness to it that comes from the gourmand aspect, which makes it very well suited for a formal yet fun and entertaining evening. Now, obviously this is the masculine version, the men's version, so gender-wise, I'm not sure if they have a version for women off of this, but I know for a fact that this is for men. So ladies, unfortunately, tough luck with this one. However, if you'd like to get it for your significant other, would highly recommend this as a men's signature scent. Okay, so with that said, and I'm gonna repeat myself here, but whatever. Would I recommend Amouage's Interlude Man? 100% yes. Get your nose on it, get your wallet on it, cop it, blind buy it if you want a masculine, gourmand, incensey scent. This has been consistently one of the best sellers and one of the best known Amouage perfumes out of their collections for men, and for a very good reason. It's easily wearable. It's got this European and Middle Eastern aspects to it. It's a good blend of classiness and playfulness without being offensive. Okay, so good news is also you can get a sampler like myself off of the website, so you can get to test drive this before you commit to a full bottle. And luckily, at least for me in my area, a lot of the high-end retailers now are carrying Amouage, which they did not before. So not only can I actually get it off of the website now, which I did not have access to previously, but also local retailers are carrying it. And I'd imagine that they're expanding more and more now that the brand is more prominent, even though it's been around since the 80s, to the best of my knowledge. So it's a bit weird that it's not only until 2023 that they're starting to expand. But with that said, you guys, yeah, get on this. And for those of you that are in the frac community, you most likely already have a bottle of this. So don't stress it. Just another video to sort of support and provide you with, I guess, additional rationalization for your purchase and acquisition. Okay, so before I wrap this video up, you guys, I had gotten a few comments and requests to either get decants from my collection from the videos I've uploaded, or to sell full bottles. So what I will be doing moving forward is including my email in the description box. So if any of you are interested in a decant or interested in a full bottle that I am willing to let go of, please feel free to reach out to me at the email, and then we can take it from there. I'm not a retailer or do this professionally by any chance, but I'm more than happy to share some samples out, or even full bottles that I've gotten to experience with you guys. And yeah, so if you are interested in any of the perfumes I've uploaded about up to date, feel free to reach out to me in the email below in the description box, and we can take it from there and work things out in terms of pricing and delivery to you. Okay? So with that said, I'm gonna wrap it up here, you guys. As per usual, very much appreciate your time and attention, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.